as always, my name is James.
Question. And I've been Chandler Phillips.
That was the whole episode for today.
Thank you for joining us. We have a really cool one. We're going to be doing a tasting of another studio favorite of ours, the Kings County Distillery collection of whiskeys.
Okay, I'm ready now. I'm locked in. I've been wanting to do this all day since yesterday.
Just remember, you can always go back and see what episodes that we've featured the Kings County Distillery whiskeys in our previous episodes. If you like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh, smooth.
But we got kind of a lot to get through right now, so why don't we just hit the ground running, James?
Okay, we're getting started.
We got these three, again, Kings County Distillery whiskeys. We have, what's this first one?
Oh, this is the straight bourbon. That's right, Kings County Distillery out of Brooklyn, New York, out of the old Navy Yard. This is their straight bourbon, not mixed. What is it? 1 to 5 years.
2 to 5.
2 to 5.
Because it's got to be 2 years.
70% corn, 30% was it malted barley?
That sounds about right.
Yeah. And it's made in a style of a scotch. It's aged in barrels. At first, it's done in the charred white oak, and then moved to other barrels. Apparently, we're gonna have it first.
Yeah.
Are we gonna talk about each one?
Well, let's just do a brief intro of each one.
Okay.
And then we'll talk, and then we'll do a little bit more. And then we have the coffee whiskey. And then right behind that, we have the peated bourbon. Oof. Fun thing about peated bourbon is it's just like bourbon, but a little different in its own special way. And then we also got a couple other accoutrements to try to see if we can make something sing with these whiskeys.
Accoutrement.
So first up, we're going to be trying the straight whiskey. You gave them the rundown of everything, but what's kind of cool, and I just learned this, is that the Kings County Distillery is located just adjacent to one of the incendiary events causing the whiskey wars in the 1960s. Or not 1960s, in the 1860s. So
The Whiskey Wars.
the whiskey wars.
What's that?
I'm going to tell you. You think I'm just going to leave you hanging?
Oh, I thought you were gonna leave me hanging.
You can trust me. I'm a
sorry.
reliable narrator.
If you say so.
I'm going to tell you about it. So the Whiskey Wars were a series of battles, so to speak. It was a series of raids that was conducted by soldiers, like National Guard soldiers, on behest or on the account of the IRS, because there were a bunch of distilleries that were doing moonshining and weren't paying their taxes. And at the time, the country was fighting the Civil War, and so they were trying to collect as many taxes as they could. But there were countless illicit distilleries operating in Brooklyn alone, like that area, the like Vinegar Hill, the Brooklyn Naval Yards. That particular area is known as like the whiskey district, the distilling district of New York historically. I mean, as we know now, there's distilleries that have popped up all over Brooklyn and Manhattan, and even Queens is getting in on some of the action. But as for the one of the preeminent whiskeys in New York, we got Kings County, and then they are in the Brooklyn Naval Yards, which is near downtown Brooklyn.
Yeah. Right next to the Manhattan Bridge.
And it's a beautiful location. And so what was going on was, people were not paying taxes and then they decided to raise the taxes. So then people were extra not paying them, because now it was like it went from being like a 5-cent tax on things to being like a $2 tax on every on every gallon of 100 proof whiskey.
Sounds familiar.
And so they just stopped paying. But here's the thing, law enforcement was still local for the most part, and so like they had National Guard coming in and beating down doors and like just draining barrels of mash and whiskey, but for the most part, the distillers, the distilling community at large, had a couple guys on the inside to at least give them the tip, so that like there were minimal arrests made, and like it wasn't just New York that this was happening. Like things were getting seized in Los Angeles and in Cincinnati, and then even in Maui. It says, according to the Smithsonian Magazine article on this. And yeah, it was shit was going down because the union needed its money, and they were going to get it one way or another. It seems just kind of like you'd think they would throw the manpower that they're wasting collecting taxes at the war. Well, this was also kind of like post Civil War II, so they were trying to like rebuild and do a bunch of stuff as well. But yeah, so this kind of developed the infrastructure for some of the bootlegging criminal activity that would later become prevalent during the 1920s. This was kind of like laying that groundwork. And granted, New York has always been, the place to be if you're about it, if you're hustling, if you're trying to run shit. I mean, there's a reason why the movie's called Gangs of New York, and it's like in the 1800s, and it's like they've been doing it a long time here. So anyway, what do you think of the thing that you're drinking?
This is delicious.
Yeah, you like it?
The straight bourbon, 90 proof. Absolutely delectable. It tastes so malty. Like I can kind of feel the malt just like sitting in my mouth. I can kind of chew on it a little bit. It's sweet. It's bold. It's boozy. I'm getting a little bit of cocoa. Right? It's tasting a little less sweet. I think that's the maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's the quality of the barley.
I'll say on the front, like on the initial out the gate, I'm getting like sweet tea. Like sweet like sweet tea. Like some sweet tea. You know what I mean?
I can see that in the texture, yeah.
And then because it's not super viscous, it's not super like oaky either or astringent. It's just kind of like it's sweet, a little tannic, but light in a certain way. And then on the back end, you start getting a little bit more of that kind of gravelly, rugged, like, all right, here we go, back up and roll out, like that kind of.
Dishes. It's like the first sip is like, you're giving me this here city whiskey, and by the end, you're like, feel like I'm back home, sitting on the porch.
Feel like the rhinestone cowboy.
I'm a cowboy. This is delicious. How do you feel about it?
I'm a fan.
Allergies are kicking my behind.
I really like the straight whiskey from them. I will say, I think it tends to be a little one note for me. It's a good basis, or like it's a good foundation. I've tried a couple of their other like cask strength bourbons or like just slightly longer aged bourbons.
Remember correctly, we really enjoyed the Bottled and Bond.
Yeah, the Bottled and Bond is good.
Bottled and Bond is really good.
They have a 7-year too that is fantastic. And then they also got a cask strength Empire Rye that they do. Now, while you're serving up that one, I'm going to tell them about the Empire Rye Association and how Kings County is actually one of the founding members of the New York Empire Rye Association. So in New York, there is a group of local distillers that have kind of come to an agreement to try to create a regional designation for New York-made rye whiskeys in the same way that Kentucky has its own designation for Kentucky bourbons and how Tennessee has its own rules and regulations for its whiskeys. Now, Empire Rye, what would qualify a whiskey to be an Empire Rye is that the distillery is based in New York, but not only that it's distilled in New York, but that the mash consists of at least 91% rye grains that are harvested from New York State. So, not and it goes back from the grains the malting, the brewing, the distillation, and the bottling then all has to be done in New York. And there's a handful of these. I think Fort Hamilton is another one that ascribes to the Empire Rye. And you can go to the Empire Rye Association website to see all of these distilleries that are partaking in it. And it's not it's an up and coming designation, so they haven't really nailed down the whole like. It's kind of like being a part of a club than it is like getting a legal like stamp of approval, but it's kind of cool, and I think it's neat that New York is trying to like, make its own statement in the spirits world, because the California gins kind of are a thing, and other whiskeys, of course, but the New York's got to have something. Like they have a little bit of everything.
We don't have enough, huh?
You think they don't have? You got like 6 different cocktails named after the places.
That's true.
So
You ever had a Manhattan? Where do you think that came from?
Jersey.
Probably not Manhattan, New York. Manhattan, Oklahoma.
It's a bridge and tunneler.
A bridge and tunneler. Not with these prices. Not with the congestion pricing. Rattle.
So what do we got here?
So we have here the coffee whiskey. That's right, the coffee whiskey by Kings County, which is interesting. At first, I thought it'd be a little bit underproof, but this is, again, got your 40% right there. Nice and strong, nice and boozy, in collaboration with longtime neighbor in Brooklyn Navy Yard, Parlor Coffee, which is out and down. It's interesting because I hadn't realized how many of those places had been there for so long.
Is it closer to Wegmans?
I mean, it's like, it's right. It's in the same building, but it's where the food and stuff is, like down the block.
Oh, also the what are we talking about? Kings County Distillery, been around since 2010. They've been around a minute.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And they've been at this location at the Naval Yard since 2016. So they've been there, which is like, it's in terms of, I guess, like distillery business established. It's 9 years, but that's
14 milligrams of coffee
whoa,
per ounce.
per ounce and a half.
Okay, but still,
I mean, it does a body good. It's kind of like an espresso martini on the go, except it's whiskey. What I love about this is that it's coffee whiskey. It is not a coffee liqueur. Because we've featured Kahlúas. I think we've tried a Mr. Black. We've tried a couple other coffee liqueurs or variations thereof, and there's a cloyingness and a syrupiness that comes with a coffee liqueur that is not present in this. It gets straight to the point. It's coffee and it's whiskey.
Make your regular cocktail with this. Make an old fashioned with this.
I think an old fashioned with like maybe a chocolate bitters.
Ooh,
And
I can see that.
In addition to the Ango.
And a nice deep red cherry.
Yeah. Ooh, you got yourself a Black Forest old fashioned.
What else do you think this would be good with?
Well,
I'm having a hard time visualizing.
I have an idea, but I want to save it until after we try our last whiskey.
Oh.
And then we'll circle back to it.
Okay.
But I have accoutrements.
Oh.
I
I'm
have
just going to scoot this forward at an angle there.
my tools.
You have your things. I need
have
my
my
things.
things.
I need my things.
I need my shit.
So we're tasting them all. Okay, now I'm gonna crack open the peated as you inform the people about the peated barley, the peated malt, as you tell the people about how, just like the other bourbon, that it's made like a scotch, but only this time they take the malt, which is 30%, and they throw it up in there, right? You could tell them that. That'd be nice. You could tell them about the history of this. You could tell them about how peat is done. How they take it with the little cubes and they let it sit in the sun and they let it dry, and then they use that to infuse the malt with the peat, and then they use that when they're distilling the whiskey in order to give it that peaty flavor. You could let them know about that, I think, right?
Yeah, I could tell them about that. So that what's cool about the peated bourbon is they do source their peated barley malt from the kilns in Scotland. And so actually I believe oh no, it's just grown. I couldn't remember I remember like a while ago talking to one of their reps, and they might have said like they send grains to Scotland to be malted, but I believe they're just importing true blue Scottish barley malt. They do copper still copper keg distillation, and what you can expect from a peated bourbon is that it's still going to have the sweet, almost creamy kind of notes that you would get from your traditional bourbon, while also incorporating the unique stylings of the peat smoke. Are you getting that? The unique and dubious stylings of the peat malt?
Vanilla,
Yeah.
malt,
Uh-huh.
a little ethanol, some sweetness,
Oh.
and peat. Now here's the problem. We've had also their peated rye.
Yeah, we have.
That's way better.
Hell yeah.
That is crazy good.
Oh,
This is delicious.
they're peated. They're all.
Don't. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying that this is not delicious.
No, email them. Tell them.
Hey,
tell
Kings
them.
County, I don't know if you
Tell
know
them.
this, but actually,
Tell
your
them.
peated rye is better than your peated bourbon. How dare you?
And maybe they'll just be like, oh, well, note taken. We're going to make like 18 more gazillion gallons of it because you guys will just eat it up. And I will. I will just nom, 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 nom. I will eat that shit up.
I think the funkiness and the astringency of the rye partners really well with the peat, whereas I'm getting vanilla, which is great. I'm getting less cocoa than I was before. Right? It's interesting, but maybe it's not peaty enough for me. I feel like the rye tastes like peat.
The rye's got a little bit more like sizzle and burn.
A little bit more of that snap.
A little bit more. Whereas this one, you're right. The vanilla is much more pronounced. And the peat is definitely lingering on the back end. But it's not hit you over the head. But I like it more than like some of the scotches I tend to gravitate towards. Because like I'm a Dewar's kind of girl. And like the Dewar's peat almost has like a sharpness to it. And that could just be like it's a clearer, finer scotch. But like this, I almost compared to like a Balvenie, like a young Balvenie double wood, where it's got some of the notes. You can see some of the character because it is still bourbony, and it's got like that woodsy, not woodsy, but like the smell of a lumber yard, but like just kind of in the back of your throat, and so it's like sweet, almost like a tree sap.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the kind of woodsy, but it's not vegetal.
Do you think it's missing the Empire Rye?
I think they're two different whiskeys, and I think they're trying to do two different things. And I think this one does what it's intending to do well. It's interesting, it's unique, it's a little across the pond Scotch American it's a fusion thing. It's a fusion thing, and I love reinterpretations. However, their peated rye is one of my favorite whiskeys.
Yep. Period.
Period.
Slay.
Full stop.
Brat. I
Brat.
didn't know they had an Irish homage whiskey. A 3 years old 3-year pot still American whiskey, 43% alcohol by volume.
Huh.
An older iteration of something that they'd made before, made of a malted and unmalted barley. It's triple distilled and aged for 3 years and used cooperage rather than Irish style. They call it an homage to Irish distilling tradition. I feel like we found a lot of American distillers are doing American influenced Irish whiskeys. You know what I mean? Like Irish style whiskeys. And it's interesting because this is done in a Scotch, like a Scotch style.
I think what's funny is I think I've noticed kind of the opposite, where more Irish and Scotch whiskeys are trying to kind of mimic American stuff, where like the Kilbeggan had it's a 100% single grain, and it's like it's corn and it's finished in charred American white oak barrels,
But in
like
Ireland.
but in Ireland, and it's like that's bourbon, that's bourbon. But this is kind of neat. I'd be interested in trying this. Now, is it out yet?
It is out. But
Huh.
I think they only have one size. It's
That's
70 bucks for
actually a-
750.
That is interesting.
This cultural exchange is something woven into the fabric of our city as New Yorkers, and something we aim to honor regardless of what any trade organization has to say on the topic. Oh yeah, we don't care about fair trade.
Yeah.
Fuck fair trade.
Fair trade, more like Schmer Blade, because meh. Oh, that's kind of neat. They got a Scotch style and an Irish style. Do you think they'll try like a Japanese style next? And maybe
I guess
like,
I can see them doing that.
like I could see them trying to do like a Mizunara cask kind of like, oh, that would be like probably like $150.
I'm stealing myself
You're stealing yourself? All right.
because we have something interesting here.
So, one of my favorite cocktails, as I will tell anyone willing to listen, is a midnight oil. And we have tried this before on one of our episodes. Midnight oil usually uses a aged rum. I think the recipe that we followed was Mount Gay, dark, like Eclipse, like one of the darker Mount Gay rums. Banana de Brazil liqueur and ginger syrup and a little shot of cold brew in it. So I figured this coffee whiskey would be an interesting workaround. The kind of like, you know, we can speed run a midnight oil, so to speak. So we still have just a metric fuck ton of this ginger liqueur left. And I got a shooter of 99 banana because it's banana-y. And the bananas and coffee is one of my favorite flavor profiles of all time. So we're going to go ahead and do you want me to pour you up, or do you want me to do mine first? And then
Yeah,
you can
my birthday was yesterday. You pour me up. You do it. You do
Yeah.
it. Blind. Let's do it.
All right. So
No jiggers.
whoa.
I use the A, not the hard R.
Oh.
No jiggers in here. A jigger being a
Measuring
measuring device.
You
So
got us
you're
all
hitting
on
you're hitting a little bit of that coffee, the coffee whiskey. You're throwing in a little bit of that 99 bananas, which is effectively a 99 proof clear liquor, like a clear grain spirit.
Well, but it's a liqueur because it's sweetened and it
Oh,
tastes
yeah.
like banana.
And it's sweetened with banana, but it's 99 proof. It's like schnapps. No, isn't it schnapps?
It's
It's schnapps. 99 is that's
I mean,
schnapps.
it technically is a liqueur, so like I guess that
But it's schnapps.
that checks out.
Yeah, that's right. Sniff all over it. Yeah, give me your fucking. He's swirling it. Okay.
All right.
One coffee liqueur, a splash of 99 bananas, and
Ginger. Domaine Cantons ginger liqueur. Now, the other recipe also usually has like vanilla extract and like a little bit of sweetener, a little bit of Shazam. But we got so much sweetness going on in here. That, like,
Motherfucker.
Huh? Swirl, swirl, swirl. Get it, get it, get it, get it, girl.
I love the banana. I love the banana.
Oh.
Ginger.
Oh, yeah.
Coffee. Whiskey in my mouth.
Yeah.
That's so fucking good. It's delectable. It's sweet. It's creamy. It's the banana
Oh,
actually is a little
yeah.
subtle. It's boozy. I think we just created a new shot. I think
It
that
is
this
a shooter.
is
This is
a
like,
new shot.
yeah. This is pretty good.
Holy shit. Because the whiskey is strong, the coffee in it
Robust.
is robust, but it's still 80. It's 80 proof.
It's 80 proof and it's 99 proof.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So this is still boozy, right? This is boozy. This is boozy and coffee-y. This is banana-y and boozy. And this is sweet and gingery.
It's got just a little bit of something to kind of break up the monotony of sweetness.
My soul, my body for the cause. This might be the shot that makes me famous. I just imagine coming in and you're like, oh, what's this? Some shots? And they're like, what will we call it? 90. We'll call it 99. Instead of bananas, it'll be
A crown of bananas and coffee.
I
No,
feel like you
'cause
said
that
after-
implies that it's like Crown Royal. No, hold on. It's like
you gotta
it's-
leave the 99 in there, right? Or bananas. You gotta
It's the. Oh
go on bananas.
no, that's too. But
Go on
that's-
bananas.
I'd call it King of the Swingers.
King of the Swingers. And then the tag will be when you want 99 bananas in your mouth. No. It'll be this is the thing they do at fancy cocktail bars now. Right above the description of the cocktail, they'll put like a sentence.
And it's just like a little.
Yeah, so it'll be for late nights.
For late nights and early morning checkouts.
Oh yeah, there we go.
I think okay. Do you get the reference of King of the Swingers?
No.
Well, because it's a Kings County whiskey,
Okay.
and
Oh, in the banana.
King Louis, the King of the Swingers from Jungle Book.
Oh my fucking god. You're the one who thinks about Jungle Book all the time, not me. This guy, Jungle Book in the Roman Empire.
I think the Jungle Book is my Roman Empire. Like, it's.
Did I say otherwise?
It's on like when you think about it, it's both pro colonization and anti development.
Okay.
Like it's
Yeah.
I don't know. What,
Line of bananas is fucking good, isn't it?
99 bananas fucking rips.
It's so fucking good. It's so sweet.
I
It's-
think honestly, I think we could get away with just the 99 bananas and the coffee. I mean, the ginger's doing. I kind of want to.
I think the ginger is kind of not doing enough.
Yeah.
I think it would need the ginger and then maybe also as a garnish a piece of pickled ginger on like a little skewer. It's a fancy cocktail. A fancy shooter.
I thought we were doing. Yeah.
It's a shooter, but like we would serve it like like here,
Yeah.
you know, and then it would just have like with a piece of candied ginger in the bottom.
Oh, of
So-
candied ginger.
Yeah, and then that way you could take the stick out, you'd eat the candied ginger,
Mhm.
and you could shoot the cocktail.
Yeah, I think it would be better with a piece of candied ginger, or like a maybe like a dehydrated piece of pineapple.
We're dehydrating this pineapple.
This
This
pineapple.
pineapple's
We're decalcifying this pineapple. Let me see. Wow,
A+.
that's
Delectable,
I think-
delicious.
I think that actually does the trick. I think The ginger is cool and it's rad, but I think that it's kind of not. If I were stocking a bar, I wouldn't order the ginger liqueur specifically for this cocktail. If I had it on hand, all like that's cool.
What do you think about the ginger candy with the ginger? I feel like that could round it. I feel like that could round it. I feel like that could take whatever the shortcoming is.
Do you have ginger candy on you right now?
Well, as it just so happens, no, I don't.
Oh.
Calling me out. How about this? How about we can revisit this? We can do it behind the bar,
Oh.
right? We can do something pretty interesting. Maybe we'll take you
Uh-huh.
behind the bar, and
Uh-huh.
we'll walk you through what our optimal bar setup would be. You know what you can do? You can let us know what you think about that. Maybe you could decide. Maybe you'll see what's happening. Maybe you comment and go, that sounds like a good idea, and then we'll do it. And then we can be like, oh, at a bar, these are the cocktails. I have an episode that's coming up. We're going to do a smoked cocktail show off, right? We're going to do a little thing
We're doing a smoke show.
where we're going to, we're going to do a
Total
smoke
fucking
show
Smoke show.
where we're going to make at least 2 cocktails or maybe 3 cocktails.
Yeah,
And we're going to have each one smoked and not smoked
love it.
so that we can see, is smoking your cocktails a gimmick?
Yes, but it's a fun gimmick. Anyway, we'll come to that conclusion naturally and organically, but we ought to start wrapping things up here.
I guess we are. We're doing a wrap.
Thank you so much for going on this epic journey with us. Hey, tune in because we might actually retry some of these or get our hands on the things that we said that we wanted to try from Kings County. And so this might just be a part 1 in a never-ending series of Kings County trials and errors and
Listen, it's been my birthday week. Okay, by the time this comes out, it'll be like 2 weeks after that. But guess what? It's been my birthday week.
it's been my
And
birthday month.
it's been, well, whatever. Fuck you. Anyway,
Just saying.
we are, fuck you. Fuck we. I am not doing nothing. I'm being lazy as hell, and I just want to enjoy this delicious gift that was given to me. So I'm going to leave you alone. And y'all leave me alone. Just call me James.
And I've been Chandler.
And get out of here, you crazy kids. Maybe,